love using and controlling women. Whoa, calm down, cancel culture. I'm talking about women in video games.
Oh.
If I pointed a bazooka to your head 10 years ago and told you to name 5 women's football players, you would have been headless like me during Valentine's Day. Matter of fact, 10 years ago, if you were a man going to a women's football match, people would assume that you're going to that game with binoculars, tissues, and lotion. Because only a pervert would actually watch women, am I right? But fast forward now, if I ask a lot of male football fans if they can name 10 women's footballers, they could probably do it. Is that because women's football is more popular than it's ever been, and men are now routinely tuning into their games, and misogyny is finally over? Well, no. Aww. Sorry, women. No, a large chunk of men did not suddenly decide that they're big fans of women's football. They just remained what they've always have been. Gamers. Which I am on Twitch, so you better join my streams or I'm sending Matthew Booth to your house. Booth. And the game that most male football fans typically love to play is EAFC. The E standing for give me your money, give me your money, give me your money, give me your money, give me your money. And the A standing for, so you've come to give me your life savings again. Now, EA might just be the biggest terrorist organization on earth, but I hate to admit it, there is a high chance that they may have saved women's football. Bruss, it is your boy, the Streets Champ. Tell me world, party time, excellent. And let's get into the video. Now look, I know that statement is gonna piss a lot of people off, so before a mob of women come out in the thousands to my house, I always keep a key underneath the mat. I am not saying that EA is exclusively the reason that people tune into women's football. It is time for Stat Slop. According to Nielsen Sports and PepsiCo, there has been a 60% increase on interest in the women's game. The 2023 Women's World Cup drew a viewership of 900 million. So guess what, guys? We don't have to use that stupid stat about how the Men's World Cup gets more views than the Super Bowl. Now, we can just use the women's numbers instead. And look, this isn't a stat, okay? It's just an observation. I'm not saying that women's matches are jam-packed, but they are not empty like they used to be like in 2016. And again, I have to say this right now, I am not saying that Blood Money Incorporated had anything to do with women's football's success. But what they did a couple of years ago and the impact it's had on women's exposure in football lately has to be acknowledged, like Roman Reigns. Now, back in my day, the only time that you'll see a woman in a FIFA game is if you were watching a Gaunt video. But this all changed in the glorious year of 2015, when women were finally introduced. Yeah, that's right, women were not a thing before the year of 2015. Life before then was men just spawning in like GTA mods and they do nothing but go fishing together. I am, of course, joking. Women were introduced in FIFA 16. The reception to this was overwhelmingly positive, and male football fans and gamers were very happy with this decision. What do you mean I have to play as a woman? Sir, they're only there if you want to play with them. It's a choice. Stop using English! Stop! Look, it did not go well, okay? It turns out a lot of men do not like having women forced upon them, which kind of crazy. But despite the negativity, for the next 7 years, gamers just opted to ignore the women's section in FIFA games, the same way that women ignored the men below 5'9" section on dating apps. That's right, guys. We're all pieces of shit. Yep, women were ignored until the year 2023, where EAFC introduced EAFC 24. Now, why is this so significant? Well, the only mode that majority people actually play on FIFA nowadays is Ultimate Team. The only reason that men still play Ultimate Team nowadays is because A, they are gambling addicts, or 2, they are stuck in a toxic relationship. So why am I talking about EAFC 24? Because this is the year that women were introduced in Ultimate Team. Hey man, I just want to apologize for stabbing you earlier. I now realize that playing as women on FIFA is a choice, and if I don't want to, I don't have to. Hey, look, it's no issue, man. And with the new update, I'm assuming that I don't have to play with women on Ultimate Team if I don't want to, right? Stop! I'll do it myself. It has finally happened. Gamers are now being told that they have to use and go up against women in Ultimate Team. They have no choice anymore. And let's just say this resulted in some growing pains. Now, look, not every complaint was valid, okay? For example, in the glorious year of 2026, there are grown men that still cannot fathom that the reason that Barcelona's center-back Paredes has more strength than Adama is not because EA genuinely believes that she's stronger than him, but that women's ratings are relative compared to other women. And another complaint is that women playing with men is just unrealistic. Like we don't have Peter Cech playing striker, or have a bunch of footballers in our teams that are literally dead, or the fact that Petronetta has an 88 rated card. You see, these complaints are not valid. But some are. Now look, you can say that I'm a misogynistic, sexist pig if you want, okay? But I was personally not a fan of my 6'9" Virgil van Dijk losing an aerial battle to a 5'1" Japanese schoolgirl. And another thing that I do hate in Ultimate Team, female goalkeepers. Look, I am not saying that they need to be completely removed from the game, but I am just saying, if you are a goalkeeper and you're the same height as me, then you're bloody useless. Yeah, you, Keppa. But overall, the biggest issue is just the attitude of male gamers. Now, I don't mean cool male gamers like me and all the members of World Gang. You know, the guys that have a life outside of gaming and actually are interested in women. No. I mean these ones. Women in gaming has always been a weird topic. Back in the 2000s, dudes swore that the only reason you played Tomb Raider was because either you were gay or two, you just wanted to see Lara Croft's triangular boobies. Dude, back in the day, there was guys that were spending hours playing SmackDown vs. Raw's bra and panty matches with the women. It was me. Yep, it was, yeah. I'm done living a lie. It was me. This is gonna sound crazy, but I really do believe that the gaming industry has struggled in making men actually enjoy playing as women. So this actually goes deeper than FIFA. Dudes are worried about playing as a woman in GTA 6. Dude, I don't care. I'm gonna be twerking with her next year. But to move on with this video, there is somebody special that I need to talk about. This man right here is Chris Smoove. Now, some of y'all are so fixated on football that you might not know who this is. Now, if you guys don't know, this man right here is a YouTube legend. He is also the king of catchphrases.
3 from way
Downtown.
close it up, man. Nothing. What maneuver could possibly be smoother?
And he built a career off of, well, playing career mode on NBA 2K, which is really insane because think about it. There's so many big FIFA YouTubers, but there's not a big FIFA YouTuber that blew up solely off of playing FIFA career mode. Now, why am I mentioning Chris Smoove on a video that has nothing to do with basketball and nothing to do with men? Come on, Toby, we're supposed to be talking about the ladies. Because, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, Chris Smoove is the main reason that I got into basketball as a sport. Now, I grew up in South Africa. I moved to England. These are two countries that could give a rat's ass about the NBA, at least when I was growing up. I did not know anything about basketball until I started watching Chris Smoove in 2016. I would watch his career mode playthroughs, occasionally catch his commentary videos about what's happening in the NBA. And thanks to me watching video game content, I have now become a diehard basketball fan and a long-suffering Miami Heat fan. I got into a sport literally because of a video game. And ladies and gentlemen, that is essentially what EA have done by adding women into Ultimate Team. FIFA is played by many male gamers, and now a lot of them know women's footballers because they use them in their Ultimate Teams and pack them. I might just be the first man to ever say this, but EA have brought men closer to women. The same way I learned about a lot of WWE legends by playing WWE 2K24, a classic, a lot of guys have learned about legends in the women's game thanks to EA. If you didn't know Mia Hamm before, a two-time Women's Footballer of the Year for the US Women's National Team, then you definitely know her now from her overpowered card that you're probably never going to be able to get in FIFA. And you guys definitely know who Prince is. If you didn't know her from winning 5 Women's European Cups, which is insane, then you know her from the worst legend card that you can pack. Wow, a legend that nobody likes. Who is she? Michael Owen? And then there's Sawa. If there's one thing that FIFA players and women's football fans have in common, is that they both talk about Sawa like she's King Vaughn. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember her ridiculously overpowered card in EAFC 24. And if you watch her highlights at the 2011 World Cup, then you would know she is just as overpowered in person. She is like 5 foot nothing, and yet she has the aerial prowess of Gabrielle. But no, it's not just legends that EA have put on the map, it is also just modern day women's players. Most guys already know who the best women's football players are in the world, not because they're watching the games, but because they see their high ratings. They know that the mighty women's Chelsea team is absolutely stacked with amazing players like Reitan, James, and Kerr. Arsenal team is so stacked as well, and everybody should know because they already know about Russo, Mariona, and of course the greatest player of all time, Bethany Mead. Oh, and there's also the women's equivalent of the Avengers, Barcelona Femení. I mean, where do we even begin, man? Hansen, Patri, an elite central midfielder like Putellas, and the reigning defending Ballon d'Or winner Bonmati. I don't even think you need to play the game to know about her. She's already like out of here. But listen, if having a high rating on FIFA doesn't give you enough clout, then there's something else that EA really like to do. At some points, EA will just randomly decide to make random players overpowered. I'm talking footballers like Butland, Sissoko, Ben Yedda. There is probably more online discussion about these guys' FIFA cards than there is about their actual playing careers. And for the first time ever, the most overpowered card in the latest EAFC game is a woman. I don't even gotta say her name. You guys already have her image in your mind. You can already see the low-driven playstyle in your head, and you probably felt the aura before I even finished my sentence. But if you don't know, I am talking about Barcelona's Claudia Pina. If Sawa is King Von, then Pina is John Wick. By the way, if you've been enjoying this video, please like the video and comment down which rogue footballer you're honoring your like to today. I'm honoring mine to Pina because I'm scared of her. I am not exaggerating. She is the most overpowered card in the game. People would rather get her than the likes of Messi, Ronaldo, and Mbappe. EA doing the simple thing as making her card OP has honestly raised her stock so much, and a lot of people know her because of this now. And listen, of course, I'm just gonna have to say this. A lot of women in the game are also known because of how hot they look on their cards. I'm talking about Wilson, I'm talking about Karachow, Millie Bright, Swanson, Smith. Now look guys, I do believe there's gonna be people that have an issue with the fact that this is how a lot of young men are being introduced to the women's game. Look, I'm aware that it is very weird. In fact, it reminds me of that stage when certain people only knew Travis Scott as the Fortnite guy. Is this kind of exposure bad? Well, I mean, to be honest guys, there's a lot of people that got their knowledge of the men's game strictly from FIFA. I mean, look at FIFA YouTubers. There is no right or wrong way to get into a sport. I mean, for f***'s sake, I got into basketball because of a YouTuber. So even if I do have some grievances, FIFA integrating women has actually been the best thing that I could have done for the game, and it has put a shine on not only some of the best women in the modern era, but some of the best women's players in the past too. Let's just be grateful that a lot of us know more about these great women, these great ladies. If you're watching up to this point, then comment down ladies so I know that you are. But there is something bad that EA have done recently, and this is going to be a very big video that I'm going to be crafting. And if you guys want to see this, then of course all you got to do is just like this video, subscribe, so YouTube knows you like your boy's content and you want to see that, you feel me? And if you did enjoy this video, please comment down below, tell me how you feel. You guys agree? Do you disagree? How do you feel about this? And while you're down there, also go down to the links in my description, because guys, I want to be able to engage with you guys more, you feel me? I appreciate you guys watching my videos, but I want to be able to talk to you guys on our Discord. I want to see y'all on my Twitch streams. I just want to see y'all more. This is World Gang, this is a family, so I want to be able to engage with you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys watching this. And that's it for me. It has been your boy, the Streets Champ. And I've just given you the gift of told the world. Drink it in, man.